Failure is a must. Now, of course, I'm not advocating that you go out every day and try to fail. However, as Iyad is going to explain in this upcoming segment, creating a high team performance with creativity requires learning how to fail. As human beings, we are born to defend ourselves and to blame other people when things go wrong. And nothing tears a team apart more than this tendency going unchecked. So Iyad's going to talk to us about how he and his team have dealt with or become comfortable with failure.
Failure is a must for you to progress. And ultimately, the discipline during failure is probably the most important discipline for the leadership team. When we had that outage, the first reaction was, let's be all over it to figure out what we can do to support customers, to support the external parties, to support ourselves, and get situation back on track as soon as possible. But once you get through that, the immediate tendency will be to begin to blame yourself, blame each other, and begin to look for why did it happen in a way that's punitive versus positive. What we did after that, we got the team together and said, let's go find out what happened. The objective is to learn. How do we turn this to a learning moment? And once you establish that the objective is learning, not blame, the attitudes change, and then you give the team as long as they need to come back with what the learnings are. But they must come back with learnings. I've had 2 examples in the last couple of months where one failure or mistake, people came back and said, we learned from it, here's our plan, what we're gonna do about it. And I saw a profound transformation around that one area. Another area where they came back and said, well, I can show you results to say we didn't actually fail. And that's actually is the wrong way to learn from failure. And we sent the team back and said, nope, you have to actually recognize this is not right. Something went wrong. If you can't learn from it, you're gonna repeat it. Go back and tell me what have you learned. And it took another week, came back and said, we haven't learned anything. Please take another week. You have to insist on learning. Yeah, and the other thing we do is that we have full transparency. Every week we sit down and we look at all of our company's metrics across every single group for all of us. It's open to all employees. When you have that level of transparency and openness, you have no choice but to confront failures. Because the best way to avoid failures is to cover it up. Say, we only need to deal with this one person. Let's not embarrass them in front of a group. Let's not publicize it. You immediately are sending a signal that something wrong went on and we should be ashamed of it. That's the wrong way to deal with it. The best way to confront failure is to recognize, hey, we had another issue. How do we deal with it? So the combination of transparency, setting the tone that it's a learning moment, insisting on a learning, and be very open and inclusive when the learnings come back.
Convene your team, watch this video, and ask, how do we as a team deal with failure? Do we cover up, blame, defend, or do we view failure as an opportunity to learn and grow? Thank you for watching this video, and I hope that it helps you and your team create a culture that learns and grows from its mistakes.